Sports Monday is brought to you by Berger Paints for lasting beauty and protection and the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good evening. I'm James Adderley. This is Sports Monday. It certainly was a heroic effort mounted by Belize Bank Airport Friday night inside Big Bird's Island to crush Complex 76-61 and force the three-game Firms Division Basketball Championship into a final game 3, which was staged Saturday night. Thus, it was no surprise when Complex came out roaring in game 3 as Wilford Richards goes lefty for 2 of his 13 game points. Tariq Gabb was the man for the Bank Airport combination as he answers here off the breakaway, and he would strike for the game high of 18 points at the end of the first quarter. It's the Airport up 16-12. Complex makes a run in the second. Kashan the Russian Flowers goes baseline and strikes for 2 of his 13 points. The Russian seems to be everywhere in the second quarter, and here he delivers the putback to give Complex a 2-point lead. Tariq Gabb remains the standout for Belize Bank as he handles this assist from Myron Flowers for 2 more points. And this bucket by Kashan Flowers gives Complex a 24-23 lead at halftime. In third quarter, Tariq Gabb turns provider as Chris McGann uses 2 tries to sink 2 of his 13 points. Marshall Nunes then benefits from this missed shot from Roman Williams to hit 2 of his 11 points. Nunes deals to Roman Williams, who sinks the triple and would finish with 9. Reton Bilal from the corner hits the baseline jumper, and at the end of 3, Complex is up by all at 10 people. In the fourth, Wilford Richards keeps Complex ahead with this jumper in traffic. Complex goes on to post a 61-54 big W in game 3 to take the title, and we certainly say congratulations. In billiards news, Element of Belize City beat Las Palmas challengers of Punta Gorda twice to emerge as champion in the Belikin 8-ball tournament hosted at Hodes Place at San Ignacio over the weekend. Wayne Wilshire of Element took home the MVP honors for the finals, while Devon Parham of Challengers was voted MVP for regular season action. In football news, the Belize National A team begins playing the UNCAF Copa Central Americana tournament this Wednesday, September 3rd at Washington, D.C. against Honduras. On the 7th, Belize faces Guatemala at Dallas, Texas, and on the 10th, Belize goes up against El Salvador at Houston, Texas. Checking in on the President's Championship Series, Sagitun edged San Antonio 3-2 at the Recalde Stadium yesterday in Game 1, while Game 2 of this series is scheduled for Saturday, September 6th, inside the Michael Ashcroft Stadium. Somebody will have to take the title at that time. In cycling news, the 2012 cross-country champion Giovanni Choto of Sierra poses for the camera as he relegates Marlon Castillo of Telemedia into second place, taking the 65-mile race in the 8th annual Culture Tour. Leroy Casasola of Telemedia then edges out Smart's Henry Moreira for 3rd, while Darnell Barrow of Smart rounds out the top 5. In the A, B, and junior class, the 50-mile race, Shelton Graham of Santinos takes top honors, with Eric Burns of Scotiabank 2nd, Robert Mariano of Digicel finished 3rd, while Barney Brown and Ray Catus finished 4th and 5th respectively. Manuel Esquiliano of Chuckers Passe took top honors in the C class, with Frank Botta Ferguson of Santinos 2nd and Igmar Pereira of Stationery House Medina 3rd. Dorian Anderson, the reigning national champion, won the youth race, with Kadim Pinello of Santino 2nd and Patrick Williams of Smart, he pulled up 3rd. Finally, folks, the 15th Lionman Triathlon was staged at Sunlighters Promenade yesterday inside Belize City, and the opening 1,500 meters swim boiled down to a duel between these two swimmers. Cork Borland edges out Eric Dunnis, with both clocked at 26 minutes. Junior athlete Jordan Santos was 3rd out of the swim in 27 minutes, while his brother Brandon Santos came out 4th in 27:39. Anton Kiona swam into 5th place. Defending 6-time female champion was 7th out of the water. beating the defending male champion Ken Gabriel, who emerged 8th out of the Caribbean Sea. Nevertheless, at the end of the 40 kilometers bike ride and the 10K run, it's Ken Gabriel repeating as the overall male champion in 2014 with a total time of 2 hours, 19 minutes, 3 seconds. Hey, Kent, good show. Ken Rice Smokes Gladden, he has to settle for second, and his time was 2 hours, 26 minutes, 55 seconds. But folks, if Kenroy doesn't improve in the swimming part of the event, yeah, he won't be able to take top honors. Ahmed Figueroa took third in 2:27.35. Carl Burland fourth in 2:28.2. And Jody Williams rounds out the top 5 in 2 hours, 34 minutes, 36 seconds. On the female side, all praises to Shalini Zabani, who won her 7th championship. Hey, when you're big, you're large. Kira Ely had to settle for second. Brandon Santos edged out his brother Jordan Santos for the junior title, although it was Jordan Santos out of the swim first, but life is real. Ian McPhail, he won the Masters class with Richard Lewis second, while the Coast Guard, consisting of Alma Pinello, Joel Burland, and James McFoy, won the team relay with Team Sagittun taking second place.
Swimming has always been my biggest problem in triathlon, and despite that I have a shoulder injury right now, I just prayed and hoped for the best and wanted to have a good time in the water, and eventually I did, and I had to come out and chase a couple of the guys, but what happened, I have the advantage on the bike because I do a lot of cycling here in Belize on the weekend. So I know once I get at least 5 minutes time behind them, I could make it up on the bike with them. And I did, and I also lose some time on the bike. I wanted to do my bike time in at least in an hour, 2 minutes, and I got a flat and I lose like 5 minutes. So that still threw me up, but nevertheless I had a big lead, so I still managed. It was still manageable. I came on the run and I did my run in a pretty good time. Not that I wanted to do. I wanted to do a little better, but I was, like I said, I had a manageable time, so I could have just take my time running and go with the flow of it.
The swim wasn't rough, the wind wasn't hard. It was a nice day, so I put in a little bit of good training, mostly for the swimming, to get an edge, so I can relax on the bike and just maintain on the run. So that's how I got through it. It's cross training for cycling when the cycling season is over. I enjoy doing something else. Just riding is getting a little bit old, so I enjoy swimming. Running is a little harder, but I enjoy it as well. So it's just mainly cross training for cycling.
Hey folks, that's our show for today. We invite you back same time, same place next week. Ja over all. I'm James Adderley.
Sports Monday was brought to you by Berger Paints for lasting beauty and protection and the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.